I'm Seamus McLoone and I work in the Department of Electronic Engineering at Maynooth University. My feedback challenge was to obtain immediate and real-time, highly useful feedback, particularly for an engineering context, with the view to be able to give feedback to the students in a timely manner. So not to have to wait until the end of the year, until an exam has been done, but to actually do it during lectures in real time there and then. And to achieve that challenge, I had two main aims. The first aim was to develop an interactive app-based student response system that would incorporate sketch-based input capabilities to allow for the capture of stuff like equations and diagrams that are suited to engineering-based modules. And then the second aim was to use that in a classroom environment and to see what was the best way of using it to extract the high-quality information, the feedback that we need. The first thing we developed was a unique system called UniDoodle that does exactly what we wanted, which we mentioned, which is allows students to input through sketches on their own tablets or phones and allows them to respond to our questions. And then the second thing was we used that in the classroom environment. So I used it in a first year engineering-based module on system dynamics, which is full of equations, maths and diagrams, so it was ideal use for it. And what we did was we used it in two different scenarios. So the first scenario was we incorporated it into our lectures and we used it on a regular basis. And in the second scenario, we used it on a one-off tutorial setting where we asked students a set of questions and got the answers. In both cases, we asked students a set of questions. They would respond to the questions using their phones or their tablets. We would collect those questions on our tablet. We could see the responses, and then we could see what mistakes, if any, they were making, and we could give feedback to them. If they were all sufficiently making large mistakes or collective mistakes, we then could follow on with additional questions and provide ongoing feedback in that manner. Students themselves found it very positive. They gave great feedback on it. They noted the obvious feedback that they expected, which they liked the fact that the system is anonymous, so they can give feedback and responses without the fear of being embarrassed if we're given the wrong answer. They liked the fact that the information, the feedback they got was detailed, it was specific, it was nailing down the information relating to the methodology and not just saying that the answer was wrong. And one student actually noted, which was very interesting, that it actually made them more focused in the earlier part of the class because they wanted to get their answer on the screen and they wanted it to be correct. They wanted to see the other student or know that they could get the correct answer and see it on the screen. And if I was doing it again, I'm now more aware, having gone through it for a full semester, at what questions do work, what questions don't, and so I would come up with a slightly different set of questions second time around. I would urge anyone that would be interested in using any student response system in their class that they would consider using UniDoodle first of all, because it does give this sketch-based capabilities that no other system does, so it gives them that bit more flexibility and therefore a more effective and insightful feedback from the student response. I would suggest that if they do use it, they use it in a regular fashion. There's no point using it in a one-off situation as in a tutorial, that they should try to incorporate it in class because it encourages the students to engage with it. They can accept it if it's part of the learning environment. It makes the classroom more fun, it makes it more interactive and certainly more enjoyable.